So this is the first one. First installment. I don't know what we're gonna call this thing, to be honest.
The podcast.
Yeah. I wonder how many people have called it the podcast. Yeah.
Not enough.
Yeah, that's the first thing, branding. Having a name for a podcast. I don't know.
FM in the PM.
FM in the PM. Yeah, that'll be a good. Yeah.
FM in the PM. That's what Max used to say, because American Spirits used to have the little, I think it said AM on them, and for some reason, I don't know why they have the AMs. Whatever, the cigarettes have that little insignia on it, and Max always used to hit them and go, smoking an AM in the PM.
It's hard to predict what the hell is going to happen in the future. You know what I mean?
What future? Putin's got the future in the palm of his hand.
Oh, the apocalypse. That's right. This podcast either lasts forever, or this is the last episode
before the
apocalypse starts. I promise you, viewers, we'll continue it even if the world ends. We'll be driving around in abandoned highways with post-apocalyptic world, and post it on YouTube if it still exists.
Playing lo-fi.
Laying lo-fi.
That's actually
that's
a
really
good
good
one. I like that, laying lo-fi. Holy shit.
Did that work for this?
I think I like that one, laying lo-fi.
I could get behind it.
I could get behind it.
Hunter, look at that, dude.
I said playing, y'all heard me wrong.
Oh.
That worked out for the better.
I like laying lo-fi.
Laying lo-fi.
That's pretty good. Yeah.
Just the lovely roads. New England roads, baby.
No, these lovely Providence roads. Very well done.
No, they're all over New England.
Yeah, we'd be lying to
ourselves.
ourselves if the roads weren't absolutely shit everywhere.
I will say this, last thing we can drop the serial killer thing, but last thing on that subject, I don't think they could exist now, or either that or the media figured out how to deal with those guys so they exist less, because when all those serial killers, that was like a trend in the 80s, and I guess maybe it started with Manson, right? Mm-hmm. That was like 69.
Well, we looked it up. I looked it up because I was curious. The FBI says there's 50 to 100 active serial killers currently that are not caught.
I mean, dude, when I was working for New Bedford Guide, I was working on all those cold cases. There was like the highway killer never got caught,
Oh, wow.
And rumor has it that somewhere in Providence
there lies a killer.
He sleeps among us, waiting to bound and gag his next victim with his signature strangulation.
Oh, but yeah, I mean, they said that there was an active 50 to 100 serial killers, which is insane.
Yeah, I don't even know, dude.
That's two a state. That's too many. That's a lot of people just willy-nilly killing multiple people.
Is it though?
I mean, I don't know, man. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
I think so. Think about it. Probably most of the serial killers are in metropolitan areas, urban areas, right?
They'd be scarier if they were backwood killers.
Yeah, but that's probably less unlikely. I think when you get into a city, it's just a game of numbers, and so you're more likely to get smarter people, you're more likely to get dumber people, you're more likely to get criminals, you're more likely to get a serial killer, I feel like. There's so many people.
So probability says.
Yeah. That's what I'm guessing. That just probabilistically, there's just a large amount of people here, so there's more likely to have diversity of outcome.
There's a docu-series, a mini docu-series coming out that Jeffrey Dahmer could have been anally probed by aliens.
On the city living, dude. City living, I don't understand why people live in cities.
The rat race. Providence is the only, I say this all the time, is the only city where I think I could ever, dude, I don't know, it feels like the town of cities or
There's
something.
just
Like,
so many people in one spot, though. Like,
in general, dude, Boston, nightmare. New York, nightmare. Every other city I've ever been to, nightmare, besides Miami, that was heaven.
yeah, heaven. Let me list all the reasons why I think cities are trash. Or the questions I ask myself about cities. I'm about to alienate a large amount of people that probably will watch this. Because pretty much everyone lives in cities. But, dude, it's more expensive, more traffic, you're more closely dense than, like, you don't have a yard. It's like you're in a smaller space for more money. I guess you get more opportunity. That's the one pro.
Yeah, but...
And there's higher crime, higher rates of accidents. You know?
You're missing something really important, though.
What
It's
am
when
I
they keep you really pinned down and trapped like a confined animal.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
that in a small little apartment and crammed in with a bunch of other people in a
Yeah.
big complex where you are begging to go to work the next day by pretty much as soon as you get off. By the time you go back to that tiny little thing that you're paying thousands and thousands of dollars for.
So it's just a trick. It's all an illusion.
Well, it makes you want to grind harder to get out of there, you know? So if you think
but
about
why
it
did
that
you go
way,
there in the first place? That doesn't make any sense.
to grind or maybe to party. I don't know. Why else do people go to cities?
I
other
don't
than
know.
to
I've
party
been
or to
asking
grind?
myself. Yeah. Well, the thing is, grinding. If you do the math out, you're just making the same amount of money if you just lived in the middle of nowhere and made less money.
That's the illusion.
I don't get it. I don't understand it. I'll never get it. But hey, man, I don't know.
Why do people smoke bogeys?
I don't know, because they make your head feel fuzzy and they make you addicted.
Living in the city
It's like a bogey.
is like a bogey.
The more
right?
you smoke it, the slower you die. The faster you die, but in a slow, painful way. Tell me, how is a city like a bogey, sir?
The city is like a bogey?
Probably, actually. Honestly. Yeah, there is a Coca-Cola.
Whoa, you see that guy? Almost just came into this lane.
Remember we went to Miami, and one of the first things we ever saw in Miami was an accident, a car accident.
Oh, yeah. I feel like I do remember
A
that.
car rear-ended another car. The guy got out, looked at the accident,
And
dapped
went-
the other guy up.
Oh, yeah.
And then they got in their cars and went in their merry way.
That was after we saw Kanye.
And the woman was walking on glass too at the same.
Oh, yeah, there was that girl walking down the street, no shoes, walking through glass.
This is one
Loving
intersection.
Miami.
One intersection.
Car accident, glass lady.
Oh, yeah. I'm convinced that Miami is just insane, like from that one event. Squalor, squalor. Yeah, Miami's a weird city, man. Out of all the cities I've ever been to, I thought Houston. I think it was Houston we went to. We went there during the day, and it was empty. Imagine a giant city like New York City with a lot of tall buildings, and there was just nobody there. There was just nobody walking around. The city was just completely empty. It was like, you remember that?
Damn.
Yeah, damn.
Damn, that's
Well,
crazy.
go fuck yourself.
Sorry, dude.
No, you're fine. You remember that SpongeBob episode where everything's chrome? Say damn. Say damn one more time. Say damn one more time, goddammit. I showed both you boys the Haiti.
Oh, yeah. Haiti.
Oh my god, I showed you that too,
Real
right?
life squalor.
Right, Hunter?
Yes, absolutely.
Horrible. How do people live like that?
They don't choose to. They just live like that.
I know, but it's
You
just
know?
like, you know when people say, oh, you know, you're privileged, you should be blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, yeah, yada, 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 yada. That truly, when you see that, you're like, thank God.
You know, it's so funny. I think a lot of people think about it that way, where it's like you see something awful and then that's when you appreciate what you have. But I'd also argue that I don't know, from talking to you and other people, we've always said that even driving around the prettiest parts of like New Bedford and if there are any there, like Dartmouth. You know, dude, that makes me go, oh shit, I'm like wicked lucky.
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
what I
Looking
mean?
at the good parts too make you grateful also.
Yeah, and almost because not that I'm around those more often, or I mean, I guess I am around like good stuff more often. That makes me more like,
Yeah.
thank God, because this can all be taken away in the blink of an eye.
During nuclear holocaust.
Uh-oh, it's your boy coming to take your life.
Big
What's
P.
good? Yeah, Big P's in the house.
Big P's about to drop a big B.
Are we gonna get, that's how you get demonetized
Yeah.
before your shit even starts.
Instantly, you start talking about the apocalypse. Hey man, I don't know. It's around the corner. Well, it's not around the corner. I'm just saying the idea is around the corner. It's not.
I don't think Big P has it in him.
Do you actually not think so?
Nope.
No,
Why? You have to back that on something, because a lot of people say, oh, he wouldn't, but I'm like, why wouldn't he? He's multiple times said, without what does he say? Without Russia, there will be no world and shit like that. Like,
Trump's not president, but he's still here.
oh, okay. Oh, so it's because of his boys.
His boys stuff. Yeah.
So
Oh, great.
his boys keeping him chill.
He's like, dog, you're getting way out of control. Big P, you gotta relax with the thermal shit that you be talking. It's a little out of control, bro.
I said, liberals are only half the country. You still got lots of great Trump people here.
You're the greatest Russian president I've ever seen.
Yeah.
I promise you don't drop the huge bomb.
Now, between me and you, if I could have had you or Biden running this country,
Putin, you can't be more of a criminal than Hillary.
yeah.
You're the worst. Or she's the worst. Yeah, no. I already told him, I think Big P doesn't got it in him because he's a normal human being that is, even though what we perceive as crazy, he's still rational. You have to be a rational human being to become a leader of basically, it's either one or two ways. You're a really good leader and you get elected in a position, or you're really smart and manipulate people into the position. Either way.
What's the third option?
Third option is you're a puppet. That's the third option.
Sorry, keep going.
But he's not that option. I think he manipulated his way into the position of power, so he's pretty smart. He's smart enough to know that if he drops one of those big B's, and we gotta say this so we don't get monetized, even though we're not monetized. If he drops one of those big B's, it's game over for everybody.
Yeah.
Not just...
When you say manipulate, are you including like scare tactics?
Yeah, everything he does is for a reason. I don't think he's just like crazy. I don't think he's an insane man with... I don't think he does things irrationally. I should say that.
Like killing the competition?
No, I don't think that's irrational. I think that's a total rational thing to do. Are you saying like internally within Russia, or are you saying like...
No, within Russia.
Yeah, within Russia, killing those people, I think that's totally... I don't think it's a moral thing to do, but from his position, it's very rational because he's a leader of not elected power. He's a leader of brute force, so why not use more brute force to stay a leader?
What do you think if we went to a psychic and were like, listen, we really just want to know what's going to happen in our futures concerning like nuclear bomb, whatever, or, Russia, like, can you give us any insight on the future of the country? Do you think they would have an answer for you? If you were like, the one thing I need to know is the future of this country because I have assets here and I'd like to pull them out if you, fortune teller.
About thermonuclear bombs, if you ask them about them, they would... This is what psychics, I believe, do. Because I don't believe in that shit. Is now that you're worried about it, they're gonna give you a worst case scenario because that's what you're already thinking. To even bring it up, you're already thinking that something bad is gonna happen. So they're gonna go, oh, I see darkness, I see clouds in the sky, and you're gonna be like, oh no, this is what I've been thinking all along.
And then they're gonna go, but there is a light at the end of the darkness.
Exactly.
And you're gonna go,
yeah.
It's
Just like if you ask about like a girl or something, then you're probably thinking about her about love, and so they can kind of, they do this.
How many dudes do you think go in there and go, listen,
let me know about this girl.
I need to know about this girl right now.
Yeah, and then they instantly know based on their cues of like social that you're talking about a girl that they probably want to date, that you're interested in. or that you broke up with, and then they can kind of slowly ask questions and prod until they are able to formulate a guess. And then you go, well, I didn't give them any information about blah, blah. It's like, yeah, you did. You asked about what you want to know about X, Y, and Z. And they do that all the time. They're very master manipulators at, social interaction, social engineering almost.
I guess you're right.
You know what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying. Do you think there's like a moral issue with psychic readings? Do you take any moral issue in that?
Well, it's kind of like you're asking the question. Well, it's almost equivalent to this, right? Like they can trick people that are easily convinced that are
They're
not
usually
skeptics.
people in grief.
Yeah, but I mean, equivalent like alcohol and gambling. Also, gambling does that a big time, like lotteries and stuff. I mean, think about Big H over here. I think he has a good head on his shoulders, and he still buys scratchies like that. And he turns it.
Eventually, I'm gonna win.
But the truth is, they play
You can't win if you don't play.
The whole thing is it's just an illusion. They give you a little bit of hope, and that's the whole marketplace. Really, you'll never win. And if you do win, then you were in the percent of a percent that won.
Yeah, it's like 1 in 2 million for any like big hit on the like any scratch ticket that comes out.
Exactly, and the lottery is probably even less. I mean, truthfully,
Powerball,
yeah,
that's like probably hundreds of millions.
Yeah, and
like
so
your chances.
And so they really just playing off your hope. And so I guess it is immoral, really. when you think about it like that.
That's how I look at it. I see a big moral issue with shit like that. I don't know, dude. If a family goes in there grieving about are you really gonna bullshit them after they lost their mom or their dad? You know what I mean?
You could make a counter argument where it's like, well, the bullshitting sometimes can just be cathartic if you're not trying to steal their money.
True.
They usually comfort them when someone grieves,
and
so
that's usually how it
you
goes.
bullshit people into a better mood or to help them with their grief, and you get paid for it. So.
If they are bullshitting, maybe they really do have some kind of mysticism, mystique, yada yada yada, whatever. Yeah, I'm with you. But like, dude, come on. To assume that we know all the answers to everybody's subjective experience.
It's impossible to know whether they really are
faking, which is also interesting if you think about it in that way. However, because I mean, think about the scale of faking that would have to be going on.
Like alcohol, nicotine, or just drugs in general, gambling. I'm sure there's a lot of lonely men that go to strip clubs.
Yeah.
And then the women definitely pretend to be their friends or be there, be attracted to them or be in a relationship when in fact they're just a customer to them.
I've seen that like in person quite a few times.
Yeah.
One of my buddies, one of his work friends, his wife died. Sadly, he's in like his 50s, and went a little crazy. Like 6 months after his wife died, he thought he was dating a stripper, but he would never see her anywhere other than the strip club.
Yeah, just taking his money.
Yep, she's taking his money. They would just hang out for like 4 or 5 hours, but he would do it every day or every other day for a few months. And all his buddies at work are trying to tell him they don't date, they're not in love, and he just never understood it. It took him so long to figure it out, but.
Depressing.
Yes, very depressing. But he was also depressed, so it's easy for that to happen to you in that state.
You're in states of grief. You can do crazy things. When
I guess your judgment is just impaired at that point. And then again, it goes back to the morals of like, if that's so readable. Let's say the dude was going in. Imagine walking into the strip club crying. Like, I just need a good time. Just show me like. What kind of state must you be in?
Yeah.
I don't know.
And you know,
even if you're crying on the inside, you know what I mean? It's just.
And you know, one of those. It only takes one evil stripper with dollar signs in her eyes to take full advantage and feel nothing wrong with it. It only takes one, and that's not to say that the stripper is evil. I'm just saying
it's not their job.
Well,
it is.
I think this is the difference between an evil mystic and a mystic that's trying to comfort a family. One tries to comfort a family one time, the other one tries to comfort them multiple times and keep taking money from them.
Right.
I think.
So I guess the moral argument could be made there.
Yeah, I think there's definitely a line in which somebody crosses where they're no longer using your service to help you. They're trying to take advantage of you. They see an opening, they see something there, and they're gonna suck you for as much as you can give. You know.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
They're gonna suck you dry.
Suck you dry.
Suck you dry. Is that what we should caption this one? Psychics and strippers are sucking you dry.
5 ways psychics and strippers are sucking you dry. And have the thumbnail be Danny like and 2 just huge big booty strippers in the background.
Oh, holding crystal balls.
Yeah, and Photoshop them with like the turban, psychic turban thing on.
Yeah.
5 ways mystics and strippers are sucking you dry.
That would be quite a strip club if it was like half psychic.
Half psychics and half strippers. Psychic strippers, they're all psychic strippers.
Yeah.
They're reading your fortune, but they're fully naked.
Oh God. Those, I feel like those would work for the CIA.
Yeah. That's a Vietnam veteran driving that thing.
Psychic strippers working for the CIA? Question mark.
Yeah. Have the thumbnail be nothing to do with the title.
Yeah.
It's us eating just burritos.
Just a shot of an apple on the side of the road. Recruit psychic. How many of them do you think would say that they were psychics?
All of them. If you were paying them, all of them.
Yeah.
Every single woman in there.
Oh, that's so good. Except for that one. I'm not a psychic, but I'll fuck you for $500.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I think that's an insane thing. Psychic strippers.
So we're all getting squalor tattooed on us.
No, I will get a tattoo 100%. 100,000. If we get 100,000 subscribers, I promise you 100% on everything I love in this entire world. Look at me in my face right now, viewer. I'm looking at you right now. I will get a tattoo of the podcast on my body somewhere. Probably not anywhere visual, but I will get one.
Yeah.
That's permanent ink. I've never had a tattoo. No tattoo on my body. That would be my first tattoo.
Yeah.
Yeah. How about this? But then if we get 1 million, me and Justin will get tattoos of each other's last names on our body.
What if we switch this up a little bit? And if you guys get 1 million, you both
He'll
have to
get
get
Apple on his
the
ass and I'll
same
get Belmonte.
tribal tattoos that Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson has on
No,
his arm.
Shaw. I would never get that on my body.
I've been saying this to you, but the minute I get 10,000 on IG, I'm going blonde and spray tan. That's my thing.
Oh.
I just want to be as blonde as possible.
While you're blonde and spray tanned, you're gonna have to rent an Airbnb in California the whole time.
Yeah.
You got like a nice 6 months out there.
Hey, if the internet pays for it, I'll do it.
Alright, so outro. So,
All right, yeah.
we got more to come. This is a limit, not a limited, I was about to say this is a limited time series. This is not a limited time series. This is a multiple series that we're just starting, and we're gonna have its own channel. We have our own channels with pop them right here. Beep and beep, and I don't know, we're gonna add a sound effect, I don't know. We're new to this, but anyways,
what my friend is trying to say is...
oh, come on, give it late.
Is damn, that was crazy. Anyways.
If you have any topics that you want us to talk about, you know, feel free to put them in comments or comment whatever, really. Please drop a comment. We need it. And yeah, I don't know. That's pretty much.
Yeah, I just want to say I don't want to work anymore, and I'd really like it if this worked out. So
yeah, we
like, subscribe, save my life.
Please, actually,
from the rat race.
Please let us leave the Matrix. Please.
I can't stand it anymore. All right.
It is pretty miserable. Anyways,
so watch the whole thing till the end. The algorithm will find out if you don't. I'm kidding.
We'll see you guys in the next ride. Peace.
Ice, water, drip, wet, seal, hot. tech, ice, water, drip, wet, seal, up, high tech, ice, water, drip, wet, seal, up, high tech. I just need to run like 4 more plays. I just need like 2 more days.